Give me one. Give me 30 seconds. Thank you. Almost there. Why am I always late? I just procrastinate at the last minute. Why? Okay, almost there. Okay. Okay, writing. I'm just writing. What am I writing today? I'm not writing shlokas. Kind of tired of writing shlokas. Writing invocations today. Give me 1 second. Okay, almost there. Here's the pen. There's no escape writing. I must write. Where else? Or else what? I don't know. I don't want to know. Okay. I might have a delivery while I'm writing. You know, when it happens, I'll hear somebody will be knocking on the front door. I'll have to get out. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but if it does, you know, this is my warning. All right, writing invocations. There you go. Where? What's? Okay. Okay. There you go. Shri Aganaya Namaha. Namaste. Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Once again, these are my personal invocations, private invocations. Shri Parashurangmaya Namaha. Shri Prabhupadaya Namaha. Shri Advaitam Charyaya Namaha. Shri Arjunaya Namaha. Hanuman. Yeah. Oh, come on. I'm writing like a little kid. Shri Hanumanaya Namaha. Okay, Garuda. What the hell am I doing? I'm gonna write it again. Shri Garudaya Namaha. I have space here, so yes. Barely. Shri Garudaya Namaha. Okay, that's enough for that one. Narasimha next. Shri Narasimhaya Namaha. Shri Garashaduya Namaho. Shri Subhadraya Namaha. Shri Balaramaya Namaha.
Om Shri Duryodhanaya Namaha. Om Shri Yutheshatviraya Namaha.
I already did Yutishi Tweeter. Okay, I'll write it again. Yutisha Tweeter appeared as my father before his stabbing incident in Elmhurst, Queens in 1999. The doctor told me he should have died.
Shri Yutheshatviraya Namaha.
Okay, Yamaraja, and then I'm gonna take a break. That's what it means. I'll take a 42-second break for my cannabis vape. Then I could write well again. Yeah.
Okay. Om Shri Yamarajaya Namaha.
Taking a 42-second break for my vape. Yeah. Where is the vape? Okay. Kali Yoga invocations. There's only 2 of them. Yeah.
Om Shri Arjuna Karakina Namaha.
One more for Kali Yoga. Arjuna Karuki and Gananduiban. I can't make a straight line.
Shri Kananduyibanya Namaho.
Okay, now the evolution invocations. First one is fish.
Shri Matsyaya Namaho.
Okay, next evolution is turtle.
Shri Kulmaya Namaho.
And next evolution is a pig.
Shri Parahaya Namaho.
And the next one is half man.
Shri Pamanaya Namaho.
The final phase is Buddha time.
Shri Buddhataya Namaho.
Okay, now the mantras. Oof. Why did God make me write it that way? Maybe that's the preferred style. There's two distinctive styles with that spelling. I don't know. Now, should I do it the other way? It will be this. And then that. Already both ways, whatever.
Hare Krishna Manantram, Prabhupada Manantram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Okay, now my personal mantra. Okay.
Hare Krishna Manantara Putram. Gananduiva Manantram, Arjuna Karaki Manantram.
I have a feeling that if you're a beginner,
of writing. Sorry, somebody just punched something. I heard loud noise. Anyway, if you're a beginner in writing Sanskrit, you will write it that way. If you get more advanced, you'll write it that way. That's my theory as of now, because my body just doesn't want to write it this way. This is a proper way of writing manantara. My body doesn't let me write it that way. Is that weird? You know, and like this is an intermediate way of writing it. This is a beginner's way. That's just my theory, but it just occurred to me just now, so I must say it for the record. Okay, now the mantra itself. Almost done. Half an hour. I'm definitely writing a lot faster than before. It should have taken me at least 45 minutes. Saved myself at least 10 minutes for sure. Okay. Can't make a straight. I could make complicated character like that, but I cannot make a straight line. So people make fun of me. What are you gonna do? Let me take a look and see if it's passable. That's all that matters. Is it passable? Yeah, cool. Hare Krishna, Hare Balarama, Hare Duryodhana, Hare Yudhishthira. You know the Hindi version or Hebrew version. This mantra happens to be the same thing in Hebrew and in Hindi. Hakura haba hadwahayu. Ha kuru. I don't know anything about Hebrew letters yet, so but I'm realizing where Hebrew comes from, which is a revelation in itself. So maybe I'll explain what this, what I'm writing compared to the actual mantra is. Come on, pen. Write, the only job. How do you? So that's ha from that ha. Guru from guru over there. Ha from ha over there. Ha ba from ba over there. Ha do ha you. Once again, ha good ha. Guru ha bang. Ha do ha you. This is, so what you're looking at, so maybe I'll write it here. This is Kali Yuga version. This is a world before Kali Yuga. Let's say heaven world. Better world. So this version you see here, this is the heavenly version. This is the original version, a better version. And this is Kali Yuga version, shortened version. Now, this is in Hindi, and it could also be written in Hebrew. I don't know how to write it in Hebrew, but I've realized just now, recently, not just now. Ha, this is ha, kure, ha, ba, ha, do, ha, you. The effect of Kali Yuga is that it negates all the following syllables after the first syllable. So instead of hara, you get ha. You get instead of kura shana, you get kura. So instead of hara, you get ha. Instead of balarama, you get bang. And same thing with pima sena. If you know who that is, you get pim, p. Actually, if you ask me, I would just say p. You don't even go pim, p, ha, do, ha, you. Just take the first character, first syllable of the words, and that's the Kali Yuga spelling. I should say spelling. And this is a lot more effective than the actual version in this reality, for various reasons, for practical reasons, not spiritual. I mean, this is a lot more powerful. This could break through. This could break cars. If you're in a proper situation, a car is trying to run you over, you say that the right way, the car might blow up. I mean, just get out of the way of the car, afterwards saying it. But yeah, like this will kill the car, This will enlighten you. This is more, I call it the normal version. This is the weaponry version or offensive version of the mantra, which is the original version. You can't always, like in this world, if you went around in this world and said, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Duryodhana, Hare Itishidina, if you said that constantly for about half an hour, somebody's gonna call the cops. Whereas, when you say Hakahama Hadoy, Hakahama Hadoy, Hakahama Hadoy, Hakahama, nobody cares. You could say that for at least 1 hour and nobody's gonna do anything. So that's the difference. This is the Kali Yuga spelling. So again, what's the difference? Once again, it negates all the following syllables after the first syllable or the first character of the word. But ha comes from there. Ha, kuru, ha, ba, ha, do, ha, you. And this is the direct effect of Kali Yuga. And that's where Hindi and Hebrew both come from. Now, I'll even demonstrate a little bit what the difference between Hindi and Hebrew is as far as, linguistic origin is concerned. So in Hindi, you will say, instead of pi masana, you will say pim. In Hebrew, they'll probably just say p. Instead of pim, they'll just say p. So that's the difference. I'm just touching up on that, but that's about it. But I'll figure all these out because if you're smart enough, you could figure these things out. Sorry. I mean, I don't know. There you go. Yeah, let me just write that mantra one more time. I just got 5 more invocations to go, and then I'm done. How do you? Yeah, that's my personal mantra. Okay, now 4 more to go. No, 5 more to go. Sorry, 5 more invocations, and then I'm done. Thank you. Shri Hare Krishna Manantana Putra Ya Namahu. A little too close. Or too long. Shri Ganandvi Bamanantana Ya Namahu. 3 more and then I'm done. Yeah. The only function of a pen is to write. I mean, if it wants to argue, I don't want to write anymore. This pen is fatiguing, I don't know. I don't know what to say to that. My pen is fatiguing. Shri Arjuna Kariki Manantana Ya Namaho. 2 more. Shri doesn't look too Shri. Sorry. Okay. Shri 2 more. Jagannatha. Can't make a straight line. Shri Jagannatha Namaho. Last one. Sudarsana Chakra, right? Yeah, I'm a little tired now. I talked for 5 minutes. I've been writing for about 40 minutes. I should be tired. Shri Sudarshana Chakram Ya Namahu. Alright, that's it. Let me just double check to see if I missed anything. So next time I write, which will be Thursday, I'll write shlokas again. Bhagavad Gita shlokas. Yeah, I'm done. Okay. I'm just gonna write my personal mantra like 5 times. I'm going nuts with it. This is like, how do I even describe what I'm doing or what my personal mantra means? Does anybody have a personal mantra? I mean, if you're not a yogi, you know. Because every yogi gets like a personal mantra if they get like certified, you know, by their standards or something. Oh, you know, you're certified now. You get a personal mantra. That's what this is. How do you? You get your certification in the form of a mantra. So I'm asking, does anybody else have a personal mantra? Yeah, have a personal mantra in a Hindi/Hebrew format, which is the Hindi version is what I'm writing now, and I also have it in Aryan Sanskrit version. 2 versions. So if anybody asks me, "What's your qualification?" You know, by the way, I'm not only an atheist. I'm a nihilist. I believe in nothing. You got so many of those people running around in the world. It's kind of ridiculous. Like, a number of those people, you know, claim to be, I am not only an atheist, I'm a nihilist, should be kept to a minimum. I mean, stop breeding. Use a birth control, I don't know. Here's the last thing I want to have is like somebody who's an atheist and nihilist. And by the way, what you're looking at is not. If an atheist looks at it, he just goes, "What the F? What the F?" Yeah, because this is not. What I'm doing is not earthly stuff. You mean unearthly? Satanic? Won't you see that thing right there? Anyway, how do you? Okay, I'll write it 2 more times. I'm just ending. I'm done with the session. I'm just writing my own stuff. This is my own stuff. Or my private stuff, if you will. This is my private manantram. I call it the gun manantram. And this is my private writing of the mantra being live streamed, and I could even talk at the same time as I'm writing it. I was not always able to do that. How do you? One more, and then I'm done with the session. Yeah, 15 minutes. How do I? Yeah, because, you know, last thing I want is like an atheist who claims to be a nihilist as well, you know, trying to tear me apart for doing what I'm doing and calling it satanic and shit. I mean, I am, but, you know, this is technical stuff. This is not like, what do you call it? Woo woo, voodoo magic, whatever you call it. This is like intellectual, brain, you know, related stuff. Intellectual stuff. I can't even say intelligent because there are no intelligent people anymore. But yeah, if you're intelligent enough to recognize that, hey, wow, that looks like hakura haba hadohayo, haka haba hadohayo. The letters actually match the sounds. Hakura haba hadohayo, hakura haba hadohayo, hakura haba hadohayo. Guess what? You're near nirvana. Anyway, I'm done. Thank you. Not shalom. Drinking time. Again.